When writing academic essays, you must indicate where you've got your information from by using references. In this video, I will introduce you to the basics of referencing your work and compiling a bibliography. There are lots of citation styles, but we will use Harvard, which is one of the most common citation styles in the social sciences. First of all, let's outline the different types of reference to other people's work. First, you can cite or quote their work. This is when you use exactly the same words as someone else. The other person's work should be enclosed in quotation marks. Second, you can paraphrase their work. This is when you say effectively the same thing as someone else, but using your own words. Third, you can summarize their work. This is when you take somebody else's argument and distill it into a much shorter form. Finally, you can simply mention their work. You do not go into detail about the other person's arguments, but you alert readers to the existence of this other literature. Whichever type of reference you use, quotation, paraphrase, summary, or mention, you must state your source using what is called an in-text reference. In the Harvard citation style, for an in-text reference, you give the author, year, and page in the body of your essay. There are a few variations on the precise format, but this is the most common. Brackets, surname, year, comma, P, and then the page range, close brackets. Exactly how the reference appears in your text depends on the surrounding sentences. If you do not mention the other author in your sentence, all the reference information appears within the brackets. If you mention the author's name in the sentence, only the year and page range appear in the brackets. Furthermore, there are times when you may drop the page range from your in-text reference. As a basic rule, a quotation should always have the page range. A paraphrase most probably needs a page range. A summary needs a page range if it summarizes a specific section of the author's work, and a simple mention usually does not require a page range. When you have finished writing your essay, you should have many in-text references indicating your usage of other people's work. At the end of the essay, include all the works mentioned as in-text references in a references list. The references list gives full bibliographical details of all the works you have referenced. The works are listed in alphabetical order by author surname. For a book, you must give the following information: author, date, title, place of publication, and publisher. For a journal article, you must give the author, date, article title, journal name, volume, and page range. There are many other sources that can be used, including newspaper articles, websites, unpublished theses, and government documents. Each will have their own particular set of information to be included. Please note that the references list is only for works mentioned in your essay. So, if you read a book in preparation for an essay, but then did not refer to it using an in-text reference, the book is not included in the references list. There's one other aspect of referencing your work to mention. Some journals and book publishers ask authors to reference their work using footnotes or endnotes rather than in-text references. An example of a notes-based referencing style is the Chicago Manual of Style. However, in the Harvard system, footnotes or endnotes are only used to give supplementary information that has not been included in the main text. Referencing your work properly might seem very complicated at first. However, you will quickly get used to it. I have the following 4 tips to help you master the art of referencing your work. First, when you're reading any book or article as part of your studies, look carefully at what the author is doing, particularly the way that in-text references are handled. You will gradually pick up a good sense of how to reference your own work. Second, go to the website of academic journals or book publishers that you read often in your field. There should be a section of the website called Instructions for Authors. Look at the instructions for authors to see what experienced researchers are being asked to do. Third, do an internet search using Harvard Citation Style or Chicago Manual of Style. There are a number of open access sites explaining these systems in detail. Choose your favorite one, bookmark it in your web browser, and always check you are following the system when you write essays. Finally, choose one system and stick to it. It can be very confusing if you jump from style to style in different essays. Ultimately, what people want is consistency, so that your work looks neat, organized, and professional.